Hello guys, and welcome to episode 17 of my Civilization Beyond Earth playthrough, playing as the Kavithan Protectorate using the Supremacy affinity, and we are certainly making some progress. If you hadn't noticed, we do have 49 health right now, plus 57 energy income, plus 562 science per turn, and plus 132 culture per turn. That is incredible. And meanwhile, we also have 8 turns until we can build an angel, which is the ultimate supremacy unit. Yes, this is all coming along very, very nicely, and we are ramped up and ready to go for another war. So I don't know whether it's going to happen, in the next few turns, but it's definitely probably going to happen in this episode. And I'm thinking the target's going to have to be Ark. If I take out Ark, it will give me the border I need in order to completely curb stomp on the African Union. So the US, I think they're second in the leaderboard. Actually, they're third after me. So fourth overall. And yeah, they're going down. So that should be interesting. We're going to have 12 affinity. And hopefully an angel by our side. Anyway, let's move on to the next turn. Uria is starving. I am going to have to send a trade convoy up there. And I gotta love it when my camera goes off on its own. In this Ravager, your defilement of this world will not be tolerated. Okay, so the Slavic Federation basically annoyed that I have units moving near them. Should I take this time to attack them? It's tempting, but I'm just going to say we mean no harm for now. And that was probably a very sarcastic comment. I'm just, fortifying my borders. And they've got units near me, so why shouldn't I complain? Anyway, it looks like, I'll remain at peace with the Slavs as long as I can. I will attack the Americans next. Sabre can go ahead and fortify there. We can use this worker on this tile to create a mag rail. This worker at Zvatoi can head to the other tile. And at Syra we will automate this explorer. And somebody pointed out that my ship is in Javed, the one that I thought I lost in the last episode, and there it is. Good shout. Thank you very much. I will move that over to accompany my other arbiter. Now let's choose production in Syra. We shall discode the signal. Somebody asked me to, let's go for it. It won't win us the game, but it will give us something to do. In Asrea, what shall we build? We are going to need some more troops for the American front. So let's get a apostle. In Pran, we need to get a surveillance web. In Agni, we shall get an ultrasonic fence, possibly. Actually, we'll get a surveillance web there as well. In Zvatoi, we'll get a recycler. In Tiangong, we'll get the recycler as well. And in Shan, we shall get the vivarium. Awesome. So this work is finished building the mag rail there. Let's move on to this tile. Start work there. This herald can air intercept. The prophet on that tile. Where are we going to move to? I guess we're going to move around here and fortify. Trade convoy from Asrea that has to go to Uria pretty much to stop them starving. And this arbiter can go to sleep. The arbiter at Agni, well, I wanted to explore, so why not? Go up and see what the Brazilians are like. See how far their empire expands. Now from Syra, we will trade with possibly Chuyen. That will give us the biggest boost. So we will do just that. And from Mandira, we'll trade with Sachita still. The Saber can continue to move towards Nirtin. And the trade convoy in Astrea can trade, well actually can't trade, it has to move to send it to Chuyen. We'll sleep the Arbiter and job done. Now what we could do is make those Arbiters sail over here so that we have something to attack Amity with. And then once we've dealt with the Americans, we can use the Arbiters as well to attack the Brazilian cities on the coast. That Brazilian war is going to be huge. Anyway, this worker just here can work on a mag rail. And it looks like the worker on this tile will start on a mag rail as well. Yeah, I just moved in there, so definitely. While your military poses little threat to this world, your failure holds no virtue. Okay, well, the African Union just trying to piss me off, I guess. Their time will come soon enough. So let's get this worker to work on that mag rail. The trade convoy from Chuyen can trade with Vasanta. The production in Sabda can work on... We've got 2 educators, so we don't need one of them. Possibly an executor. Yeah, we'll get another executor because they have 3 range now when they haven't moved. We'll get the cell cradle in Chuyen. In Krabrost we'll get the launch complex. In Uria we'll get the holosuit. So we'll get the auto plant first. In Sachita we can work on a surveillance web there. And I'm going to use Uria to attack that alien. This apostle can continue to move, I guess, before we'll fortify him. Start on a mag route on that tile. And let's continue with the Arbiter. See what's going on. I'll fortify that Prophet. It would be good if I could get my execute onto this tile. There we go. Because then we can fortify there, out of range of Fortune. And then by the time we actually declare war, it will actually be in range because it can fire 3 tiles. Saber still making its way down. The mag rail being repaired here after the siege worm was in the way. That's gone now. And, well, we do actually need to replace a trade convoy, I think, because one got destroyed. Somebody pointed out that that happened. I didn't actually notice at the time. And just so you know, sometimes I don't read the messages because I am simply just skipping through turns. So when aliens catch me out like that, I don't really notice. When we're at war though, I do definitely check them out because it's definitely worth it. Now we're at 65 health, guys. My lord, I think I overdid it a bit. As soon as we start a war again though, that will drop down, especially after we take our first city, because each of these cities will give us like minus 20 health. We'll get a water refinery in Visanta. In Zvatoy we will get a Neuralab, but before we do we'll get the network. In Tiangong we can get the Old Earth Relic because we don't even have one of those yet. And same in Shan. Okay, so the Executor will fortify. I'll bring over another Executor soon. And they can also fortify near Fortune. Hopefully in range. Maybe on this tile. The petroleum. We'll have to wait and see. Now another suggestion I had in the comments was that I increase my harmony to the point where units heal in miasma, and then I can make use of, you know, the miasma to heal my units up whilst I'm attacking, and I would also have the apostles adjacent to my units so that they provide a heal as well. Interesting idea, and definitely something I'll probably take advantage of. Right, so this guy's finished with his mag rail. Let's move over to this tile and improve that to a mag rail because currently it's a road. This worker can construct the mag rail. What's this guy doing? Why is he constructing a mag rail? Surely you could just go up and round. That would be, you know, pretty quick, I guess. We'll get mag rails everywhere. Who cares? I'll just let him continue with what he's doing. Okay, so finally exploring the rest of the world. Seeing exactly what this continent looks like. I probably should have done this a lot sooner, but there we go. I never really invested into any sea vessels. I wanted to keep the majority of this campaign on land, and I have done so far quite successfully. Cruiser there, being used to attack the Sea Dragon. The aliens have been really beat up. Like, that is the last alien unit I think I can see other than the siege worm that keeps coming in and out of sight. Lalabella's being attacked by the African Union there. That's annoying, because I am actually currently trading with them to boost my culture a ton. But it looks like the African Union there is using sea vessels to attack that. Really annoying. Anyway, we'll get the surveillance web in Harsha. In Krabrost, we'll get the cell cradle. Over at Tiangong, we'll get the auto plant. In Shan, we'll get the thorn reactor. Near Tin can work on an old Earth relic. And in Stanimir, we'll get the rocket battery. A new quest, a world of pure imagination. We can either support the artist to get +2 culture from holosuits, or we can get a free virtue. Okay, so before I actually choose whether or not I want either, I will actually have a look at what virtues I would possibly be able to get. So, if I get a free virtue, I can put it into martial meditations, and I'll get a free affinity level. Now I wouldn't put it into Supremacy because I'll get the max Supremacy from the neural uploading. So I could put that into Harmony. After that, when I actually get a virtue myself from Culture, I can put that into Integrated Arms, which will give us +10 production towards a unit for each upgrade it has. So that will, you know, multiply because each unit will have 4 upgrades at max level. Well, at least most units. And therefore we'll get a +40% production bonus. So that's definitely a good one. So yeah, maybe it's worth getting a free virtue now. +2 though is really nice, especially for the long run. If we're going to continue this campaign, the +2 is a lot better than the free virtue right now. we'll go with the extra culture from holosuits. Yeah, because I'm planning to continue this campaign after I actually win it, in order to win again with conquest victory. A lot of you have said and asked that I do it with the purity campaign, but I'm going to do it with this campaign. I'll do the contact victory in the purity campaign, and also win with the purity campaign with the was it? I can't even remember the victory. I'll just have a quick look. It's called the Promised Land victory. That's the purity one. We've done Transcendence before. We're going to do Emancipation, then we'll do Domination. And then with the Purity campaign, we'll do Promised Land and Contact. Right. Anyway, worker here has finished on the mag rail. Yes, it has. There it popped up when I zoomed in. We'll move on to this tile and work on a mag rail there. The Apostle can fortify. The trade convoy from Syra can head to Javed, possibly. No, we won't go to Javed with that because we're currently producing military units with Javed. We want to boost building production really, so maybe Harsha. Yeah, we'll go to Harsha. And is that it? Okay, the worker can work on the mag rail there. The arbiter can continue his way around Boa Esperança. And then finally, actually, looks like going to see some of the Australians' lands. Brazilian's not looking too big at all, though. It's like 1, 2, 3, probably another one here, 4, 5 cities. And they're bordered against the Australians. Interesting. We'll move on to the next turn though. Saber making his way very slowly toward Fortune. Once that is in range as well, I think that's when we'll actually start the attack on the Americans and then let the rest of the units catch up. So this Saber can continue his way using the roads. Gonna have to because he has such low movement. Another Arbiter. It's gonna help take over a Konechno when we need to. Actually, unless what I'm actually gonna do is move this one towards the African Union with another one. We'll get 2 of them to go down to this side near Amity. Cloning plant could be built in Javed. In Agni we'll get a cell cradle. In Chuyen. Shall we finish off with a ultrasonic fence? Probably no point. So we'll start work on some military units. And I think I'll get another apostle. The more the better really, because then we get more and more healing. In Zafar we'll get a rocket battery. In Sachita we'll get a trade depot. And that's all job done. We need to actually buy some more trade convoys at some point, because currently I'm not maxed out and I really should be. That was my strategy and I should keep to it. Our science is going up every turn. We're now plus 609. 3 turns until neural uploading is complete. 71 health. Never thought in any of my games that I would see the health that high. It's a shame that the bonuses end at 20. Same with the negative things as well. I wouldn't have actually mined too much if the health, when it was like minus 57, actually affected me a lot more, because then it would have forced me to do something about it. And it didn't, because it stops at minus 20. Right, in Mandira we're going to have to work on another unit, but I think we'll get a trade convoy there that we can send to another city. The work is finished there. You can see all of these units are working on mag rails all the way up to here, so that's going to connect. So that guy can do something else. Let's actually send him to secure the titanium here with a mine. We get +5 production from doing that. The apostle in Asraya can head down toward Fortune. And the production in Asraya can now work on an executor. In Sabda we'll get a herald. In Niatin we'll get the petrochemical plant, possibly. See, let's get the laboratory. +3 science, never hurt anyone. And Sajita can work on the vivarium. This executor can head towards the front line. And this herald can rebase at Niatin. Well, we've got to rebase somewhere else first, which will be Visanta. Is Alabella gone? Not quite yet. I think it's being attacked every turn, but they're just not destroying it because it's on an island on its own, and they can't get any units there to actually destroy it. Which is good, because I can continue trading with it. Arbiter can keep on the move. It's Arbiter to move along up here. The trade convoy from Pran. Reckon that trade with. We'll trade with Mansi actually. Boost the production down there. Help that city grow quicker. At Mandira, we'll work on another trade convoy. In Vasanta, we'll get the cloning plant. In Zvatoy, we'll get the Neuralab. Eureka, the rocket battery. Zafar can work on the repair facility. Shan, the recycler. Stanimir, the observatory. And Sachita, the defense perimeter. So this work is done. Let's move him down to continue the mag rail onto Shan. So the herald in Vasanta head toward Javed. Trade convoy can be moved from Mandira to Uria. That will actually help sort out the food problems there, although I think they're gone now. But we'll secure its future if we are constantly trading. And the aliens loving to get in the way. Hopefully by putting that boat in the middle of all the aliens it won't be too much of an issue. Move on the executor though. And I guess we're going to have to tell him to do nothing because the apostle is getting in the way. Now I just realised that this city has 91 combat strength. Holy moly. The Kur has 128. How the hell did they get it that high? Jesus. I am going to have to pound that with everything I got in order to take that over.
If you replicate the neurological activity of an individual on a computer, for all intents and purposes, the computer is that individual.
And there you have it. That will definitely help. The Angel Unique Unit.
The spirit has always been willing. The flesh has always been weak.
Level 13 Supremacy has been reached, and it's time to start work on an emancipation gate for the emancipation victory. New upgrades are available for my units. Let's have a look at what we get. We can change the Prophet to a Redeemer. Select the perk. It'll become a hover vehicle, which will be awesome. Perfect timing. We can ignore zones of control when moving. Or we can get plus 30% when flanking. I think it's important that we continue to buff the actual units, so extra percent when flanking is perfect. And that's the last upgrade by the looks of things. Let's choose a new technology to research upon. And I guess we're going to head toward the harmony affinity now, in order to get the healing from miasma. Now I think the drone sphere has been built elsewhere, so instead we'll go towards tissue engineering here, plus 10 healing for all units. That will also research biowell, which will allow us to get an institute and a bionics lab. Not that we need the bionics labs because, you know, we have so much health anyway. But yeah, definitely the tissue engineering will be useful. And we can also get alien biology. Actually, I might work on that first because it's only going to take one turn. We can also work on photo systems. Okay, so we'll go alien biology, photo systems, tissue engineering. That will keep our technology going for a while. Brilliant. So this guy's finished with his mag rail. And that's all connected really after those two workers finish. So I guess we'll just start improving more tiles. Move the Apostle on first. And then the Executor can move on nicely. The Apostle in Chu Yen. Head towards the front line. And the worker here is done. So let's move him onto the chitin tile and create a paddock there. The trade convoy from Sabda. Is that going to trade with Mansi possibly? No. No, I don't think so. Zafar probably needs a helping hand. Maybe not. Shan. Already trading with them. Sort of looking at my smallest cities because they have the most to develop. What about Pran? No. Maybe just Tiangong would be good. No, that'd be terrible. Agni it is then. Okay, we'll choose a production in Mandira, which I was hoping would be an angel, but it looks like we need more Firaxite. Well, we have 9 Firaxite right there. That's where I'm going to go next. But in the meantime, we're going to have to build something else. I guess we'll work on a Redeemer for the hover capabilities. This worker, I'll set him to automate now. Yuria can actually finally take out the Sea Dragon. Javed can work on a Shepherd and get a carrier so we can do some long range airstrikes onto these cities. And at Pran we'll work on a Cell Cradle. Chu Yen. I guess we're going to have to get another Redeemer. In Shan we'll get the Alloy Foundry, and in Niet Tin we'll get the Defense Perimeter. Basically using these arbiters to explore the oceans while they're moving across. Small island there. Arbiter moving round. And the trade convoy from Uria can go to Krabrost. Change the origin city of that one to Zafar. And the Herald can move towards Sabda. And that's pretty much it. You know, we've got a couple of more units to move, but that's unfortunately been my time. So I am going to leave it here. We'll move the rest of the units in the next episode, and it looks like next episode actually I will be declaring war on Ark. I said I would declare war this episode and I didn't, so sorry about that, but we'll probably definitely do it in the next episode. So look forward to that huge war coming. Will be really exciting. So anyway, thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.